So the Red Sox play the A's again today, and they lose a heartbreaker. Extra innings. Goes 12 innings, and I couldn't be more disappointed than I am right now because they started the game off with a bang. They had 3 runs right out the gate, and that was perfect. And then right away, Dice K comes in, and he gives up 5 in the first, and it's like a dagger to your heart. Because you're thinking, okay, Dice K's here, he's gonna keep us in the game. He's not gonna get shellacked and tossed after an inning. Well, what happened? He gets shellacked and tossed after an inning. So after the first inning, score 5-3 A's. Okay, so then you put the bullpen in, and who do you go to for that? You go to Justin Masterson. Before I even get to Masterson, I just have to say, Dice K looked awful, and I'm really worried that the WBC drained him. Francona tried to work with them, wanted to keep the pitch count low. They didn't hear of it. And I also feel like he's partially responsible, too. I mean, I know he's a competitor and he's got to pitch and he's on one team and got to work for that team. But come on, you're getting paid millions of dollars. I mean, it was a $104 million investment. And then just going to, I mean, I'm sort of disgusted by the whole thing. Just another reason why I hate that World Baseball Classic. I hope he doesn't have a dead arm or anything. We'll find out. Anyway, so who do you go to for long relief? Go to Masterson. Now Masterson, long relief pitcher, has started, but you're figuring, okay, you know you can put him in for 2 as long as he doesn't blow chunks. Maybe stretch him to 3. Goes 4. And in those 4, 2 hits, 6 strikeouts. The man threw 60 pitches. 60 pitches out of the pen. It really gave a gutsy performance. It was great to see him out there doing his thing. Masterson is definitely the key to the season because he is so versatile. You can have him in the pen. You can start him. You can do whatever you want with him. And I'll admit I was a little, worried about him after his first couple appearances this season. But you know what? You've pitched 4 innings out of the pen, not expecting to start. I mean, that's almost a start. I mean, if you're going in and starting, and you have a bad outing, 4 innings, that's your day. That's your start. This guy pitched 4 out of the pen, and he was great. And then they go after him to Del Carmen. Del Carmen pitches an inning and 2/3. And I'll tell you what, Manny Del Carmen, many people know, is one of my favorite Red Sox. Got to see him in Pawtucket. Got to watch the game that he made his major league debut. Manny Del Carmen's got a special place in my heart for the Sox. A lot of people don't like him, but I like him. And you know what? He pitched great during this game. So Del Carmen comes in and in 2/3. You go down the list. Who do they go to next? The next big thing, Ramon Ramirez. Razor Ramon comes in, an inning and 1/3, and what's he do? He gives up 0. Sorry, I'm just looking at the number here. No hits, 1 walk, no hits. This guy, I mean, could he maybe give Papelbon a run for the closer's position? Now I know that's not going to happen because Papelbon. I'd much rather see Papelbon as a closer. But this guy is a monster. I mean, he comes in, and not only does he do it, but he does it and makes it look easy. And, I love seeing him in there. He's throwing the pitches. He's getting the outs. Hasn't given up runs. But I'm starting to get a little concerned that Francona is going to let this guy throw his arm off. I don't want him to end up like Paul Quantrill did for the Yankees. Do you remember Paul Quantrill? Well, if you don't, Google him. Pitched great at the beginning of the year, and once August and September rolled around, the guy could barely get on the mound. He was awful. So I'm hoping that they don't overpitch Ramirez here. Because right now, he's definitely the best pitcher in the pen, based on how the season's been so far. Overall, of course, you got to tip the cap to Papelbon, but this guy, right there. So you put him in. And then what happens? You got Okajima comes in. And you say, oh boy, this is extra innings now. There's still 5-5. In the midst of all of this, before I even get to the offense, Okajima come in. Okay? You're looking at Okajima in extra innings. And you're saying, oh boy, especially with the way he's been pitching lately, can he do it? Guy pitches 2 innings. 2. And doesn't give up 1 hit. Okajima is back. Okie dokie? I think so. And then you put Pap in after that. You let him pitch in the 12th. And excuse me, in the 11th. And he'd come in, no hits, no strikeouts, just 1, 2, 3, goodbye. I sort of wanted to see him run him back out there, but Francona, he knows what he's got to do, and you don't want to overdo Pap. And he didn't look good his first outing of the year, and got to keep him on his program, so they put Lopez out there, and Lopez gives up the winning run again, and they lose 6-5. So there's my analysis on the pen. I mean, Okajima, 2 innings of brilliance. Ramirez continues as the man that he is. I'm telling you, I told you before, I love Ramon Ramirez. I'm beginning to be a little bit of a man crush. This guy is awesome. So, and you look at the offense for the day. You got Pedroia with 2 hits. You got Uke with 2 hits. You got Drew with 3 hits. Lowell with 2. Varitek with 2. Varitek. No, Varitek didn't have 2. Getting a little ahead of myself. They had 2. And you got Euclid with picked up an RBI. 2 for Lowell. You look at the home runs. I mean, these guys. I mean, they're all putting it together pretty good, and they're doing what they got to do to try and get out of this funk. But again, 5 runs. They couldn't break the 5-run plateau. And they lose another game and another series. And we've seen starting pitching be good enough to win ball games. We've seen relief pitching good enough to keep them in ball games today. And they aren't winning ball games. And to me, that points the arrow and the finger at the offense. 5 runs isn't enough all the time. And especially, you've got your starter leaves after the first inning and gives up 5 runs. The bullpen goes all the way to the 12th inning and gives up nothing. I'll tell you what, you have to be insane to not score runs after your bullpen turns in a gutsy performance like that. I mean, you got a gutsy performance by your bullpen like that, you got to score runs. Make this a game that everyone wants to remember for a different reason. Not remember for, oh, they did a good job, but they lost anyway. I'm tired of they lost anyway. It's 2009. They got to start winning some games here. So, that brings us to tomorrow. And we've got Shaky Wakey on the mound. And you never know what he's going to do. And he pitched pretty well last time, but he got the loss anyway because the offense, again, couldn't score runs. And he needs to go deep into the game tomorrow, because this pen after today is shot. They need a rest. I mean, you got Saito available. He didn't pitch today, so you got him there. And it's not looking good to start the season. But I'll tell you what, if there's a team that can pull it together, it's the Sox. But a lot is riding on Wake tomorrow. They need to win. They need to win. If they don't win, who knows what that means for the rest of the season. They do win, well, maybe it'll turn things around and light the fire under their ass that they've needed. So we'll hope for Wake to go 6 or 7 strong tomorrow and hope everything else falls into place. And tonight, when I go to bed, I'll pray that the Sox can finally score more than 5 runs.